1 with tampering with evidence with intent to impair as a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If it's, court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. My client realized that, understands that he made a mistake, Your Honor, and I think, you know, it was something that he understands that he made a mistake and he's accepting responsibility for it today, Your Honor. We are asking the court to follow the agreement and so that he can go ahead and proceed forward and prove to the court that this was essentially an aberrant behavior. I understand he did have some stuff that transgressions that occurred in the past, but those were a long time ago, and he is working now, and he has children that he's helping to take care of. That he well, I think one has autism and the other one has a disability, Your Honor, and he works with the mother on those, and so they alternate between, while one watches the kids, the other one goes to work, and vice versa. So he does have people at home that he needs to help out and take care of, and he just wants to try to get his foot behind him, Your Honor.
All right, when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you will be drug tested today.
I haven't done no.
All right, so we're going to do a drug test today, and then I'll make my sentence.
Sure.
All right, so are you able to go to the restroom now?
I think so.
All right, so we're going to do a UA today. The record in 2023 CR 3275, State of Texas versus Robert Pettis.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Pettis, you took a UA. What do you think the results were?
Negative.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that it came back positive for
A meth?
methamphetamine. And I've spoken to my client. He is adamant that he has not used any narcotics. I even admonished.
Let me do this. You gave up your right to remain silent. You're under oath. Why do I have a positive UA for meth? And let's do this. We're going to start over as though this is my first time talking to you, okay? So, why would you be positive for any drug? Think back in your mind. Were you around somebody? Did you use something?
Maybe I was around somebody and
All right.
touched it.
So,
I don't know.
so you were around somebody and maybe you touched it?
I don't know how it works now, but
All right. Everyone needs to whisper. And I'm sorry, sir, you need to speak up. I'm having trouble hearing you. The court reporter is.
okay.
So how would you end up testing positive? And state, I believe this is your case still. So other than touching meth, how might you have rendered a positive UA for the court?
That's the only way I know how I got it, because I mean, I have a lot of family members that, you know, I don't know how I would.
When's the last time you used?
The day that I got arrested.
And what's your drug of choice?
I don't have a drug of choice.
Here's the thing. You are agreeing to be on probation.
Yes.
When I ask these questions, I'm asking these questions so I can figure out what conditions you need so you can be successful. I have sent people to prison before. Probation will tell you that. Your attorney will tell you that. The deputies will tell you that.
Yes,
And I always try to give people the tools they need to be successful so I don't have to send them to prison. I take no joy in sending people to prison, but I will send you to prison potentially if you violate probation. You understand?
yes, ma'am.
So I'm trying to figure out what conditions you need so you can be successful. Now, if you want to stand before me and pretend that you're positive for meth because you previously touched meth from somewhere else, then what you're telling me is you don't need any drug treatment. And if you're telling me you don't need any drug treatment, I had better not get a motion to revoke because you're testing positive. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to put you on the UA hotline. So again, we're back to, why are you rendering a positive UA to me for meth? And you need to be honest. And if you're saying, hey, I haven't used drugs since this day, then I will send you off into this world with no drug treatment, because obviously you don't need any. You have made your program and your program has been successful. You know why you're positive for meth. I was not with you. Your attorney was not with you. So if you want to continue with, I don't know how I got positive for meth, and maybe I touched meth, and tell me you don't need any drug treatment, I will not give you any. You will be on the UA hotline. And what I can tell you on the UA hotline, it's random and you test weekly.
All right, Mama. I don't want to disrespect you or nothing, but I might have like 3 days, 4 days ago, maybe.
All right. So why are you being dishonest with me? Why do I have to pull teeth for you to tell me what your issues are so I can give you conditions so that you can be successful? Obviously, the state wants you to have probation. They offered it.
Okay.
You accepted it. I want you to be successful at probation, because otherwise you're just wasting everybody's time. And I could just say, oh, let's just send you to prison for 5 years. Is that what you want?
I do not want that.
So let's pretend like this is the first time I'm speaking to you.
Okay.
When have you been using meth and how often?
I don't, I mean, it's a recreational thing, I guess. I mean, I don't, I'm not, I mean, I would just,
I don't know.
I mean,
Your attorney was not with you, so he doesn't know how often you use drugs.
if it says positive, I guess, I mean, yeah, I'm positive, but.
No,
And Your Honor,
It's-
if I may, I've admonished him that if he was honest about any usage, that he can go ahead and tell it without repercussions of fear of additional charges or anything like that. And this is mainly just to determine treatment programs, if any are necessary, and that he doesn't have to be concerned about being forthcoming and honest at this point in time, because it's not like he's going to be looking at facing additional charges.
no. So what's your drug of choice and how often are you using?
Every weekend, I guess, I would say.
Well, I mean, let's not guess. You know how often you're using drugs. And here's the thing. It is 12:46 p.m. Everybody in here wants to have lunch.
Okay.
Some of us, like myself, I haven't even had breakfast. So let's not have me continue to pull teeth from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Just be 100% honest. You're old enough. You're not a child. So just be honest with me. How often are you using meth?
Like once a week now.
When's the last time you used?
Like 4 days ago or
Don't tell me 4 days ago, because it
3
wouldn't
days
still
ago.
be in your system.
3.
Was it Monday? Today is Monday. Did you use today?
No, ma'am.
Did you use yesterday?
No, ma'am. The day before.
All right, so you used on Saturday.
Yeah.
And were you taking care of your children on Saturday?
No, ma'am.
All right. So this is what the court is going to, I'm sorry, are you employed? What do you do?
I'm a mechanic, ma'am.
No one wants you fixing their brakes if you're high. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's to be gang supervision, $2,000 fine, probated, TAP evaluation. Follow the recommendations of TAP. If TAP recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days.
Hey parents, Michaels has new creative supplies for kids' summer fun. Going on vacation? Grab new activities for crafting almost anywhere. Plus, stock up on new art and craft supplies your kids and budget will love. Shop in-store or online today.
There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. We're going to do parenting classes. And probation, it can either be compadre, triple P, or rainbows. And once he completes parenting classes, the court will deem 150 hours of community service restitution satisfied. I'm going to want the UA hotline until further notice. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. No unsupervised contact with minors until further notice. Field visits one time every 3 months until further notice. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Just 1 second. Did I say regular reporting?
You did not.
All right, regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Okay. Is there anything else, probation?
You want to do a felony drug court referral?
Yes, we can do felony drug court referral, but the issue may be
Oh,
the gang membership.
Yeah.
So it's the Lost Boys or something. What is it called? It's in the police report.
Yes, ma'am. LA boys. But
Yeah, LA Boys.
But that's when I was a kid.
All right, well, we can see.
When I was a kid, man.
All right, what does LA stand for? Is that supposed to be Los Angeles?
Lanier Athletics.
Oh, Lanier Athletics. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am. I'm sorry for wasting people's time.
No, it's just, I like for people to be honest with me, especially when everybody's trying to help you be a good father to your children and be a good citizen, okay? All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
All
right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. You're gonna have to do better.
Yes,
You have
ma'am.
children,
I will.
okay?
I will, ma'am.
All right, and if there's an issue in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. So if there's an issue, discuss it with probation. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come into court.
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
Okay.
I just had a quick question, just a general question. I didn't recall if you allow buying out of community service hours or not.
No, not in every case. In this case, I'm not going to allow him to buy out.
Okay.
He needs to stay busy.
Yeah, because we were discussing it and I wasn't sure if I had the correct answer because I said I thought that sometimes you allow for a food bank there or a Carver
Yes.
Center.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. But I will tell you, I'm saying no now to him. But if you want to come back at a different time when he's been on probation for a while, then the court will consider it.
Yes, Your Honor. And I keep in touch with him and then if there's other amendments or things, we'll try to approach the court before it becomes a problem.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Please.
All right. Are you all ready to proceed?
we have decided to change our plea to true.
All right. Court is calling 2020 CR 9869B, State of Texas versus Christine Hernandez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
Lorraine Friend?
Are you Christine Hernandez?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision, and state's motion to supplement pending motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Somewhat.
All right, what do you not understand?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Have you reviewed the motions
Oh,
to
yes,
revoke
I'm
with your
sorry, yes.
attorney? Do you understand them?
Yes, I did. These are.
Are you the same Christine Hernandez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 9869B? For the offense of prohibited substance in a correction facility, drug, phone, or alcohol on November 10th, 2020 for a period of 2 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Violating condition number 2, on or about the 5th day of April 2021 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Christine Hernandez, did then and there illegally use marijuana in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And Your Honor, we waive and abandon the other violations.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand that?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there an agreement?
There's not an agreement, Judge.
All right. I don't have a trial court certification on her.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't do that.
That's okay.
Awesome.
Oh, I'll put it on there.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. We are back on the record. State, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're requesting that the court follow probation's recommendation, which is to adjudicate the defendant guilty and send her to SATA for between 120 and 180 days, followed by aftercare.
All right. And what are you requesting?
But we're requesting to be continued on deferred and be ordered into intensive outpatient treatment, which he's very motivated for. I mean, one thing I discussed with her was also some kind of mental health support.
Mhm.
I think she agrees and does feel that she needs that, and it appears to me that she would benefit greatly. She's never been evaluated. I'm not sure she has an actual diagnosis of any mental health disorder, but it does appear that some kind of mental health support is warranted here. Her sister and daughter are here. Both her daughters, in support of her. She does have family support. Her daughters do rely on her quite a bit. She currently resides with her mother and helps her mother there and helps her daughters. And so one thing that is causing her a great deal of anxiety standing before you today, of course, she knows this probation has been a mess. Yeah. But that her family does rely on her quite a bit. And I think she would, if the court would allow, just like to say a few words to the court about what she's requesting.
All right. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Christine Hernandez.
Yes. What did you wish to say?
Okay, I know that me being on probation and it was a second chance for me and I did mess that up completely. I wasn't thinking of anybody but myself, and I wasn't thinking of my kids. And I just ask you that you don't have sympathy on me, but on my kids, because
No, I don't do that here.
I'm sorry, but it's just that I haven't seen my kids and I saw them right now. But I haven't, I'm human. And I did make a mistake, and it was just like I was scared, and I did another mistake and another mistake and another mistake. And I don't want to make an excuse and say that I was not my fault. It was my fault.
All right. Let me just tell you right
I know
now.
better.
So at the end of the day, I'm not giving you outpatient treatment. So that's off the table.
Okay.
Either you're doing inpatient treatment or either you're going to prison. So which would you prefer?
I mean, whatever's best for me, I guess.
No, I don't know what's best for you. That's you know yourself. You know if you have a drug problem. Obviously you do, because we're here. You are not doing outpatient treatment at all because you can't write your own program. If you could have written your own program, you would not be here. You would have successfully completed this probation. So no, you know yourself better than I do, better than your attorney, and better than the state. So you're either going to inpatient treatment or either you're going to prison. And at the prison, I will sentence you to 3 years and you can be in the therapeutic community. And once you completed your term, you're done. But if I send you to inpatient treatment, if you are unsuccessful on this probation, you're looking up to 10 years in the prison. So which would you prefer?
Well, inpatient.
All right, I'll deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions. She doesn't need a new tap, does she?
Judge, her case, her case expired November 9th of 2022.
Ah.
She will need a new tap.
All right. So your case has expired. So what I'm gonna do, violation number 2 is true. Gonna find you guilty. Alter and amend conditions. Sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended for 6 years. There's to be a TAP evaluation while in custody. Follow all TAP recommendations. If TAP recommends outpatient treatment, then we'll start with ISF, cognitive and substantive. And you said you're helping your children. How are you helping your children?
I'm everything to my children.
No, what does that mean?
Well, I'm the mom. Their dad's never been in their life, and I do everything for my children. I send them to school. I pay for everything that they do. I pay all the bills.
How old are your children?
My children are 20, 16, and 9.
All right. So who is the 9-year-old with?
The 9-year-old right now is with my mother.
All right. And the other child, who is she with?
They're all right now staying at home. They're with my
They're
mother.
with your mother.
Yeah.
Who is?
And I think they're actually present here today.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you need drug treatment. Otherwise, you shouldn't be in their life. Do you have any grandchildren?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. So TAP evaluation while in custody. Is there anything else she needs?
I don't know. Anything,
Your Honor,
but not prison.
after the ISF, since you have been adjudicated, which like any of the other conditions.
All previous conditions are to remain. And you're going to have to do parenting classes. I don't even know if you completed that yet.
I did. I have the certificate and stuff at home.
All right. And then after she's released, we'll do the UA hotline. Is there anything else she needs? Is there anything else you need from the court?
Um,
All right. So she's going to remain in custody until that's done. Ms. Hernandez,
yes.
and we're off the record. Here's the thing. You cannot come to court and use the fact that your children need you to try to get sympathy from me and have me do something other than what I would do if you did not have children. What you should do is take care of your children in the free world and do what it's expected of you, and you wouldn't be here.
I know.
And it is a shame that you had to have your children come down here, because Deputy Laura will tell you, your attorney will tell you, and Deputy Mejia will tell you, bringing in your children to say, my children need me, doesn't really pull at my heartstrings, because I look at facts to see what's going on. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
And I think her sister would also say that she would be in support of some kind of mental health, that there is a mental health component here.
All
And so
right.
we were just gonna, I don't know if there's
What-
anything further. I think probably what the court has ordered is going to be sufficient. to
All right.
cover those needs.
But Sean, can you also do a a MIC evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you need to let them know if there's any mental health issues. You understand? All right.
I think that would be good and help her be successful, actually.
Okay.
Get in the right programs.
All right, thank you.